If you guys are looking for the cheapest and most reliable coins on the market, make sure to head over to utnice.com. You're going to click on FIFA 21 right here, choose your platform you're buying coins on, choose the amount of coins you'd like to purchase, click buy now, and then put in the discount code CHIEF for 6% off your order. Now let's go ahead and let's get right into this video. What's up guys, it's Fifa Chief here and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we've got for you another insane trading method that's going to help you make a ton of coins on FIFA 21. Now if you guys are enjoying the content or you are new around here, I ask that you do please hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the video. It really does help me out. And then make sure to check out all those links in the description, like Twitch for all my daily live streams, Discord for all sorts of trading advice and investments, and all the other links down there as well. And with that said, let's go ahead and let's get right into this trading method. So guys, what we have for you today is something that's very simple, but can make you a ton of coins. And what we're going to be looking at today is some mass bidding methods. So as you can see here, I've done a bit of bidding, mostly on Soyuncu and a bit on Dan James. And I just kind of want to show you what exactly I do when I'm mass bidding and how you can pick these cards up for cheap. So where I start off is I'll go to Footbin and I'll try to find cards that go between 1,500 and 2,500 coins. And this is just kind of the region that I find is easiest to pick these cards up. Some of them might be a bit more expensive, like Soyuncu here. You can see he's 2,600. Didn't get that snipe. And just to show you kind of the profit we'd made, he goes for 2,600. We picked one up for 23, 23, 18, 16, and 16. So basically, once you go in and you find the cards you want to do this with. So for example, two I'm going to show you in this video are the ones you can see here, Daniel James and Soyuncu. It's basically going to be a trial and error type thing. What you're going to do is you're just continuously going to bid on these cards and see how easy it is to pick them up and how many people are trying to basically bid on the same card as you. So I'm going to get all these listed up so we have some coins to play with, and then we're going to get right into this. We'll hold on to that Dan James until we check his price. But just to show you in action again, Soyuncu goes 2,600 coins. So the maximum I'm going to try to pick him up for here is 2,300. So I'm going to set my max bid to 2,300 here. And then basically, we're just going to keep an eye on all of these cards here and see how easy they are to pick up on bid. Now, if people are continuously bidding more than 2,300, they start bidding like 24 on all these cards, that's when I would then just move to a different card to mass bid on. And while we're waiting on those, you don't want to just sit there and stare at your cards. Really, you always want to be moving to another card, bidding on something until you're essentially out of coins from bidding. We have Dan James here, who I believe is about 2,400 coins. Nothing for 24. Let's check 25 is quite a bit. So we'll say he sells 24. So I'd like to pick these up for 2,100 or less. So again, we're just going to start bidding so we can keep an eye on all of these cards. And once you've bid on all the cards that you want to see, that's when you can head over to your transfer targets here to kind of keep an eye on everything. And this Dan James, we did end up winning for 2,100. We'll list him up for 2,400. So some really nice coins right there. And we completed an objective. Love that. So once you've bid on all those, you're going to sit here in your transfer targets and just kind of keep an eye on these cards. Now, we're doing Premier League players right now just because they're popular. They sell relatively quickly. And it's kind of easy in that sense. But what makes it difficult with Premier League cards is there's so many people trying to pick these up that these are typically the cards that are harder to bid on. And a lot of times you might want to go for some less popular Premier League cards because it might be easier to pick those up for a little bit under their price. I don't know what he goes for, but something like Zinchenko. Now he's a bit on the cheaper side here. He's very much on the cheaper side. He's about 1,000 coins. So he'll sell basically instantly for 950 or 1,000 basically. So I would want to pick these up for like 800 or less, I would say, for these Zinchenko's. So I'd set my max bid price to 800. And you can see someone's actually mass bidding 800, it looks like, on him. And again, this could even be a really good method with these low budget ones, something like Zinchenko, because you can see we might be able to pick these up even for 750 and list for 1,000, which is really good profit. We'll see what we end up picking up here, and even if you just mass bid 800 on these cards, I accidentally bid 900 on those. That's kind of a mess. You could go through and just mass bid 800 on these as well, like 800, 800, and list these 1,000 a piece, and you'd be making 150 coins profit after tax per card. Now you can see these start to expire here, so the Zinchenkos are going for 800, which is interesting. So you are able to get them for that price. And again, these, oh my goodness, it's doing the glitch where we can't bid anymore. I need to refresh. I need to refresh. All right, we'll go ahead and refresh here. Sometimes it does a glitch where you can't keep bidding on cards. You just need to refresh the web app and you should be good to go as we go back in here. So we are going to miss out on quite a few cards there since we had to do that. But we'll get back in here again. There's a Soyonchu there, which we'll bid 23 on. What else is there here? Dan James, we only want to go to 2,100. And it's just kind of continuous cycle of doing the exact same thing, basically, and bidding on these cards. But once you really find a card, again, I kind of overbid on this one. We'll listen for 1,000. Once you find a card that's working really well for you, there's no reason to do multiple cards then. You could actually just stick with that one card if it's making you tons of coins. And just do that same thing over and over and over and let it get you tons of coins. Now, if we go ahead, what I do is I went over to the Prem here and I just kind of, like I said, just kind of went in, put 1.5 to 2.5K, put Premier League, and I just kind of had a look. So I'd be interested to see how easy it would be if we went like 1,000 to 1,500 for the price range and pick some players to do this with as well. If we went and did this with, say, like Thomas Partey, Ferran Torres, let's try James Madison. Let's try James Madison here. All right, so we're going to go James Madison. It says he goes about 1,100. Let's take a look here. How much are you going for? One there for 950. Can we get him? Wow, we actually got him there. We sniped one there for 950. He's going 1,100. So it's not many coins, but it's something here. Let's go grab him, list him up for 1,100. Now, typically, selling for 1,100, I'm going to try to pick these guys up for 900 coins a piece. So basically, I'm going to set my max bid price here to 900. Let me put James Madison back in here. And then let's see how easy it is to win these cards on bid. So it seems like someone's already mass bidding here is what I'm guessing. Or there's just not many James Madisons on the market. And that's the thing as well. You need to find cards that have a lot of supply. Which here it looks like we don't really have. Someone's just mass bidding 950 on him. And I'm guessing they're just mass listing him for 1,200. So that card doesn't work. So I'd go ahead and just move on and find another card here. And typically you're going to be looking at rare cards that have kind of the most supply. Maybe something like Vlasic here. Let's try him. Let's try Vlasic here. And like I said, it's very much just a trial and error method. And once you find a card that works, you are just going to go to work on it. Like this morning, I was just continuously doing this with Zinchenko, or not Zinchenko, Soyonchu, over and over because it was such easy coins. So he goes about 1,200. So I'd like to pick these up for 1,000 if I can and just list 1,200. Let's see what the deal is here. Again, not much supply here, or someone's just bidding very, very high prices. But this is kind of the method that you're just going to go about for the entirety of this. And again, you could move outside of the Premier League. Just in this video, I'm doing Premier League cards here just to kind of show you them, and they're the cards I'm kind of familiar with the prices a bit more. Soyunchu's still going 26. There's one there for 16. Oh my goodness, that would have been a very nice type. So still going 26. Set the max bid to 23 here, and you can see there's a lot of cards which we'll go ahead and bid on just so we can keep an eye on here. But someone's bidding 2,500, someone's bidding 2,400, and this is when I would basically just move to another card because there's no reason for me to stick around on this Zinchenko when someone's just continuously bidding over and over and over on this card for a price that's too high for me to make the profit I'm looking for. So that's when I would move on to something else. Yesterday, I was doing Nathan Ake, and he was working really well for me. What's his price looking at now? He was up in it, so he's dropping a bit. How much are you going for, Ake? Wow, he's dropping quite a bit. I was bidding on him for like 37 yesterday. That is crazy. Can I get that for 31? I cannot. So this card is basically, wow. So he's going like 3,400, it looks like. Let's see, is this card expired? Yeah. So he's going like 3,500. So we could try to pick him up for 3,200 or less here and see. Let's go 3,100 and see what the deal is. I mean, if we can bid on these guys for 3K a piece and sell for 3,500, that would be really, really good profit. So let's see if that's going to work for us. Let's just try it with like 4 or 5 cards there. It looks like people are outbidding on most of them. This one might sneak through at 3K. That one got bought for 4K by a lazy buyer. So yeah, you just kind of have to play around with the prices that you're mass bidding at too. Like I can see like 3K, I'm getting outbid quite a bit. Maybe I need to bid like 3,100 and go again. And then always just keeping up an eye on the prices of the cards you're bidding on as well. Like Ake, we'd be able to sell him 37 here, so we could even bid up to like 33 if we wanted. It's just about knowing your price ranges, knowing exactly what you can pick these cards up for. It looks like we've been outbid on all of those. So like you saw, I was able to pick up a lot of those Soyeon shoes. It's about rotating cards, finding what's working for you, and making easy coins once you find a card that works. But guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.